I've been spending time on the Reddit boards the last couple of weeks, talking to people about like all sorts of things related to sex. And something that keeps coming up on these boards. So what happens is I do an Ask Me Anything there, and people, show up confidentially and they ask me their questions. And the question that people seem to be asking over and over right now is how to reignite passion in their marriages when it's been a long time, sometimes even like 10 years since they had sex. So how to get it going again when it's become, way past awkward, when it's difficult, when, nothing's been happening for forever. So many people are asking me this question. I thought I would talk to you about it a little bit. So the first thing to do, if this is you, and you haven't had sex with your partner for a long time, or just for as much time as it feels like, so that it feels awkward and feels strange. It could be, just a couple of months for you. It might be a year, 5 years, 10 years for you. The first thing I suggest is that you don't rush into it. Now, crazy to say that since it's been, like 10 years, you're not rushing into it. But some people will try to just kind of push the issue and try to quickly have something happen without any kind of conversation or connection with their partner. So the first thing is to take it slow with your partner so you don't have a lot of pressure on yourself or on that person to just like that they have to perform or that you feel like you have to perform. Yeah, really important, take it slow. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to talk to your partner about how they feel. So how does your partner feel about like this whole thing? Like, why is it that you haven't been intimate for a long time? And how does your partner feel about that? Like, do they care? Is it a problem for them? These are things to have conversations about. These are things that when the two of you are talking, then you're going to know like kind of where you stand with them. Now, this may be something that you already talk with them about quite a lot, or it may be something that you never mentioned. Some people end up with a long, long time between sexual experiences and they never talk about it. But you could be somebody who talks about it every single month or every single week. So whatever it is, get a sense of what's going on with your partner. Get a sense of how they feel. Are they okay with this? Do they really care? Or are they just like, don't know how to manage it, don't know how to get back together as lovers instead of just friends? So talk with your partner and get a sense like, does this matter to you anymore? Is this something that we really need to address or not? And the third thing is when you decide that you're going to have something, you're going to reignite your relationship, don't just go back to what you were doing before. A lot of people have found that their previous sex life was, not working for them. And that's why it's been so long since you've had sex. Your sex life from the past is not necessarily at all what you should be hoping for now. Now, maybe in the distant past, it was fantastic, and that's a fun thing to think about. But don't just kind of try to reinstate your previous sex life, the one that fell apart and that's not working for you now. So when you talk to your partner about, what they're interested in, this is going to help you get a sense of, what could we be doing today, even though things have changed between us and, whatever is happening. Take it slowly, and then you can do something completely different. And I don't mean just like sexual positions. I mean like the way that you connect together or don't, kind of the playfulness or the energy that you bring to the situation, whether or not you are feeling like, your partner is enough of a leader for you. So are you feeling like you want more of a powerful exchange between the two of you? What's going on with them that they've somehow, the two of you have stopped being connected? I noticed on the Reddit subthreads that a lot of times people make assumptions about how their partner feels. Like maybe they assume that that person has no interest whatsoever. And you may be wrong about that. If you're thinking that about your partner, it might not be true. Maybe your partner really has a lot of sexual energy or a lot of things that they'd like, but because of the way it's been working between you, they just aren't showing that to you. So, this happens sometimes when people get divorced, their partner all of a sudden is out there being very sexual with other people, and they're completely surprised that this wasn't happening in their marriage. So what can you do in your marriage so that that doesn't happen to you, that you both are kind of recreating what you want to have together, and not having to, find another person in order to have a great intimate life. Yeah. So I'm going to be on Reddit again on Thursday in the marriage subthread. If you want to come join me, you can ask me questions, or you could even go to the dead bedroom subthread or the high libido subthread and leave a message for me there. And I'll answer these extra ones in the next couple of days as I'm spending time doing these, ask me anythings there. They're super fun. People drop a question, and then what ends up happening is if you drop a question, then you'll get notified by email when I answer it. So you can then communicate with me, even if I don't know who you are, because I won't know who you are when you're on Reddit. It's all confidential. So you don't have to worry that I know that you're my neighbor or something like that. It's all nice and easy. Anyway, talk to you later. Big hug.